The Crippled Bird, March 14th, 1944. 4:47 p.m. RAF Forward Airstrip, Impal Valley, Burma. Flight Lieutenant James Nicolson kills the engine. The Supermarine Spitfire shudders to a stop on the dirt runway, trailing smoke from somewhere beneath the fuselage. The propeller ticks to stillness. Around him, the jungle screams with the sound of cicadas and distant artillery. The Japanese are 12 miles away, maybe less. Nicolson doesn't move immediately. His hands are still gripped tight around the control column, knuckles white inside his leather gloves. He's been flying for 3 hours on hydraulics that failed somewhere over the Chinwin River. No flaps, no landing gear control, no brakes. He'd belly landed the Spitfire on pure instinct and prayer. The canopy slides back. Hot, humid air rushes in thick enough to taste, smelling of engine oil and burning vegetation. Nicolson hauls himself out of the cockpit and drops to the wing. His legs unsteady. Ground crew are already running toward him, but he waves them off. He needs to see the damage himself. He walks around to the starboard side and stops. The entire hydraulic access panel is gone ripped away by a 20mm cannon shell. Inside, where there should be pristine lines of pressurized tubing, there's just a twisted mess of metal, leaked fluid, and severed connections. The hydraulic reservoir is cracked. The accumulator is shattered. 3 feet of primary line is simply missing. Nicolson has flown Spitfires for 2 years. He knows exactly what he's looking at. This aircraft is finished. How bad is it, sir? Nicolson turns. Squadron leader Davies is standing behind him, wiping sweat from his forehead with a stained handkerchief. The man looks exhausted. They all do. This forward strip has been operational for 6 days, and in that time, they've lost 4 aircraft and 2 pilots. Hydraulics are gone, Nicolson says flatly. Completely destroyed. It's unflyable. Davies grimaces. He looks at the Spitfire, one of only 9 operational fighters left at the base, and then at the darkening sky to the east, where Japanese bombers have been appearing with increasing frequency. Can we repair it? Not here. It needs a depot overhaul. New hydraulic system, new lines, new reservoir. We'd need parts shipped from Calcutta, maybe even Ceylon. 3 weeks minimum, if we're lucky. Davies is quiet for a moment. Then, we don't have 3 weeks, James. We barely have 3 days. Nicolson knows. Everyone knows. The Japanese offensive is pushing hard into the Impal Valley. Intelligence says they're bringing up armor and heavy artillery. If this airstrip falls, the entire northern front collapses. Every aircraft matters. Every sortie matters. Every single fighter could be the difference between holding the line and evacuation. Davies looks at the crippled Spitfire one more time, then turns away. Mark it for salvage. We'll strip it for parts. He walks off toward the operations tent. Nicolson stands alone beside his aircraft. The Spitfire that's carried him through 23 combat missions. The aircraft that brought him home today despite having half its vital systems blown apart. And now it's scrap metal. He's about to follow Davies when he hears footsteps behind him. Sahib, permission to examine the aircraft. Nicolson turns. The man standing there is Inigo. Nicolson will later learn he's from Rawalpindi, in what will one day be Pakistan. Yes, wearing the uniform of an equivalent to a British corpsman. His sleeves are rolled up to his elbows. His hands are already stained with grease and oil. There's a tool belt around his waist that looks like it weighs 20 pounds. His name tag reads Akram. Emma. It's beyond repair, Nicolson says. Not unkindly, hydraulics are completely destroyed. Naik Muhammad Akram doesn't respond immediately. He walks past Nicolson and crouches beside the damaged panel, running his fingers along the torn metal, tracing the severed lines with the careful attention of a surgeon examining a wound. No replacement parts, Akram says quietly. It's not a question. No. And even if we had them, we'd need specialized tools, a clean workshop, pressure testing equipment. This isn't something you can fix with a wrench and good intentions. Akram stands and looks at Nicolson directly. His eyes are dark and calm. Saib, may I try? Nicolson almost laughs. The idea is absurd. The Spitfire's hydraulic system is one of the most complex pieces of engineering in the entire aircraft. It operates at 1,500 pounds per square inch of pressure. The tolerances are measured in thousandths of an inch. Military engineers train for months just to service these systems properly, and this mechanic wants to fix it in a forward jungle airstrip with no parts, no manual, and no authorization. Naik Akram, I appreciate the offer, but one night, Sahib. Akram's voice is steady. Give me until morning. If I cannot repair it, you've lost nothing. The aircraft is already marked for salvage. Nicholson studies the man's face. There's no bravado there. No false confidence. Just a quiet, unshakable certainty. Something about that certainty makes Nicholson pause. You understand what you're proposing is impossible. Yes, Sahib. Engineering manuals say this repair requires a factory. Yes, Sahib. You have no replacement parts. I will find them. Nicholson looks at the Spitfire, then at Akram, then back at the Spitfire. He makes a decision that defies every regulation, every protocol, every piece of common sense he's learned in 2 years of combat flying. You have until 0600 hours tomorrow. After that, Squadron Leader Davies will have it stripped. Akram nods once. Thank you, Sahib. He turns and walks toward the maintenance area, already unbuckling his tool belt, his mind clearly racing through calculations and possibilities. Nicholson watches him go. Then he heads to the operations tent to file his combat report, certain that by morning he'll be explaining to Davies why he wasted a mechanic's time on an impossible task. He has no idea that Naik Muhammad Akram is about to accomplish something that will be talked about in engineering circles for decades. The Scavengers, March 14th, 1944. 6:15 p.m. Maintenance area. RAF Muhammad Akram stands in front of a destroyed Willys Jeep. The vehicle is barely recognizable anymore. 3 days ago, it hit a landmine on the supply road from D. The explosion tore off the entire front axle, shredded the frame, and killed the driver instantly. Now, it sits at the edge of the maintenance area, twisted carcass of metal waiting to be pushed into the salvage pit. Akram circles it slowly, his eyes scanning every component, every intact system, every piece that might still have value. Most mechanics see wreckage. Akram sees possibility. He crouches beside the rear wheel assembly and runs his hand along the brake lines. They're hydraulic, not pneumatic. Like some vehicles, the tubing is steel-braided, flexible, designed to handle pressure. He traces the line back to the master cylinder, checking for damage. The brake system is intact. His mind is already calculating. A Jeep's brake system operates at roughly 800 to 1,000 psi, about 2/3 the pressure of a Spitfire S hydraulics. Not perfect, but close enough that with reinforcement, it might work. The line diameter is wrong, though. Tenera, he'll need adapters. He stands and looks around the maintenance area. There are 3 more wrecked vehicles, Hera burned-out lorry, a staff car with its engine block cracked open, and another Jeep missing its entire rear section. Beyond them, stacks of ammunition crates, fuel drums, and discarded equipment create a maze of military refuse. This is Akram's workshop now. He walks to the lorry and pulls open the driver's door. The cabin smells like charred rubber and rust. He crawls underneath, flashlight clenched between his teeth, and examines the steering system. The power steering pump is destroyed, but the high-pressure hoses are still good. He cuts 2 sections free with a hacksaw. From the staff car, he salvages brass fittings from the fuel system not hydraulic rated, but he can modify them. From an abandoned generator, he takes rubber gun. From a pile of damaged oxygen regulators, he pulls precision spring assemblies that might work as pressure relief valves. Piece by piece, component by component, he gathers materials. By 7:30 p.m., he has assembled a collection of parts on a workbench that looks like something from a scrap dealer's fever dream. Nothing is military spec. Half of it comes from vehicles, the other half from equipment never designed to fly. Sergeant Williams, the RAF flight engineer, walks past and stops. What in God's name are you doing, Naik? Akram doesn't look up from the Jeep brake line he's measuring. Repairing Flight Lieutenant Nicholson's Spitfire, Sergeant Williams stares at the collection of mismatched parts. Tene logs a short, sharp bark of disbelief. With that, you're mad. That aircraft needs a complete hydraulic replacement. Factory work. You can't fix it with bits from a bloody Jeep. Akram sets down his calipers and looks at Williams directly. Sergeant, have you read the technical manual for the Spitfire Mark 8 hydraulic system? Of course I have. I'm a flight engineer. Section 7, paragraph 12. What is the minimum burst pressure rating for the primary hydraulic line? Williams blinks. It's 3,000 CII, I think. 2,850 CII. Akram corrects quietly, with a safety factor of 1.9, which means the actual operating stress is approximately 1,500 PSI. The Jeeps brake lines are rated to 1,200 PSI with a safety factor of 1.5. If I double wall the sections under highest stress and reinforce the fittings, the effective rating becomes sufficient. Williams opens his mouth, closes it, opens it again. You've memorized the Spitfire technical manual. Yes, Sergeant. Also the Hurricane, the P-40, and most American transport aircraft. I read them when other men sleep. Williams is quiet for a long moment. He looks at Akram with new eyes seeing past the oil-stained uniform and the calloused hands to something else. Something unexpected. Why? Williams asks finally. Because I am a mechanic, Sergeant. If I do not understand how machines work, I cannot fix them. And if I cannot fix them, pilots die. The simplicity of the statement hangs in the humid air. Williams nods slowly. Right then. What do you need? A welding torch, high silver solder, and someone to help me lift components when I'm under the aircraft. I'll get Corporal Singh. He's strong as an ox. Williams pauses. You really think you can do this? Akram picks up a brass fitting and examines it against the light. I don't know, Sergeant, but I must try. 8:45 p.m. The sun has set completely now. The airstrip is dark, except for scattered work lights and the glow of cigarettes from sentries posted along the perimeter. In the distance, artillery rumbles like distant thunder. The Japanese are probing the defensive lines. Akram is underneath the Spitfire, his back pressed against the dirt, his flashlight illuminating the shattered hydraulic system. Corporal Singh, a Sikh mechanic from Amritsar, holds a work light above him, casting shadows that dance across the aircraft's aluminum belly. Hand me the 11mm wrench. Akram says. Singh passes it down. His turban is wrapped tight, and even in the darkness, his beard is neatly maintained. He's been helping Akram for an hour now, asking no questions, simply providing an extra pair of hands when needed. Akram begins disconnecting the destroyed hydraulic accumulator. The unit is the size of a coconut. Its steel shell cracked open by the cannon shell. Fluid has leaked everywhere, mixing with dirt and oil to form a thick black paste. This is impossible, you know? Singh says conversationally. Everyone says so. Yes, Akram agrees, wrestling with a seized bolt. So why do it? Akram pauses, considering the question. My father was a blacksmith in Rawalpindi. When I was young, a British officer brought him a rifle with a broken firing pin. My father said he couldn't fix it, the part was too precise, too delicate for a blacksmith's tools. The officer left, but my father kept thinking about it. Did he fix it? He spent 3 nights making tools fine enough to work on something that small. Then he machined a new firing pin from a nail. When the officer returned, my father handed him the rifle and said, I am not a blacksmith anymore. I am whatever I need to be. Singh grins in the darkness. And you are your father's son. I try to be. The accumulator finally comes free. Akram slides it out and hands it up to Singh, then crawls out from under the aircraft. He stands, stretching his back, and examines the component under the work light. It's completely destroyed. No repairing this one. But he doesn't need to repair it. He needs to replace it. Akram walks back to his collection of scavenged parts and picks up a component he salvaged earlier. Hydraulic reservoir from the Lori's power steering system. It's the wrong shape, the wrong size, and the wrong pressure rating. But it's hollow, and it can hold fluid.